But I thought the guys did a really nice job of Shedeur and operating, the guys making plays. So, again, a ton to teach off of.
Exactly what he said way back then, we saw it show
Friday.
up. The fact that he's not getting first-team reps with the ones and the twos.
Viewed that Stefanski did not pick Shedeur Sanders. Then Andrew Berry did not pick Shedeur Sanders. And I prescribe to that.
Shocking news out of Cleveland, and Browns fans are fuming. Head coach Kevin Stefanski is once again in the hot seat, and this time it's over his handling of Shedeur Sanders. Despite Shedeur's eye-catching performance against the Panthers, reports say Stefanski still isn't convinced. In fact, he's got the young QB sitting fourth on the depth chart behind Kenny Pickett, Gabriel, and according to sources, even Dillon. It's a move that's left fans stunned and sparked a firestorm online. How can a player who just proved himself on the field still be buried this deep? Is this about performance, or is there something else going on behind the scenes? We're going to break down exactly what's driving Stefanski's decision and why it's lighting up social media. But first, Shedeur fans, hit that like and subscribe button. Your support keeps this conversation alive.
I'm telling you right now, Shedeur Sanders proves he's more than capable enough to lead this team to the playoffs, possibly the Super Bowl. I am downright saying that right here, right now. Lead this team to the playoffs.
Fans are buzzing, some even calling Shedeur Sanders the messiah for this team. The guy who could not only push the Browns into the playoffs, but maybe, just maybe, take them all the way to the Super Bowl. His talent, undeniable. His leadership, already showing. But here's the catch. If he doesn't get any preseason starts, it could stall all that momentum. We've already seen what Shedeur can do when he's handed the reins. Keep him on the sidelines now, and the Browns could be throwing away a golden opportunity to build something special. And yet, reports suggest Kevin Stefanski still isn't putting much faith in him. Despite the hype, despite the performances, the Browns head coach remains unconvinced that Shedeur can succeed if given the chance. That raises a serious question. If Stefanski doesn't believe in his ability to lead, what does that mean for Shedeur's future in Cleveland? Because let's be honest, Shedeur Sanders is miles ahead of Dillon Gabriel. Gabriel's hype has always been bigger than his output. He had every chance to seize the moment while Shedeur was sidelined during training. And what did he do? Completed just 11 of 22 reps. That's a 50% completion rate with zero pressure from Shedeur breathing down his neck. No excuses, just him in the moment, and he couldn't deliver. And if you think that was just a bad day, it wasn't. Day 8 of camp? Arguably his worst yet. Out of 14 reps, Gabriel completed just 3 passes. 11, yes, 11 were wildly off target. That's not rust, that's not bad luck, that's a pattern. Defenses read him instantly, and he had no counter. The rhythm, the awareness, the precision, all missing. Meanwhile, Shedeur is locked in, laser focused, and proving himself every single snap. The contrast couldn't be sharper. Football insiders are now openly saying what fans have been whispering. Dillon Gabriel will never be the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. He just doesn't have what it takes to lead at this level. So why does management keep pushing him as a possible starter? It's a decision that has analysts scratching their heads, and it's time to dig into what top sports journalists are really saying about Gabriel's future and whether the Browns are making a huge mistake.
I can't imagine there's many people that think Dillon Gabriel's a better quarterback than Shedeur Sanders. I don't care where they were drafted. And if the Browns are the one team that thinks that, then I'm going to suspect it's not true. They don't know what they're doing.
They've been on every quarterback evaluation for 30 years.
Right.
I never root against anybody.
Yeah.
But I'd be surprised if Dillon Gabriel's ever a legitimate starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns.
And now, with fresh reports suggesting that Shedeur Sanders is once again being pushed aside, Shannon Sharpe came out swinging. The Hall of Famer didn't mince words. He went straight at Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski, accusing him of pushing an agenda against Shedeur for reasons that just don't make sense. Sharpe pointed out the hypocrisy. Stefanski seems laser focused on what Shedeur can't do, while conveniently ignoring everything he can do on the field. The poise, the accuracy, the leadership, the ability to turn broken plays into game-changing moments. According to Sharpe, this isn't about performance, it's about bias, plain and simple. And he didn't stop there. He hinted that the situation might not be entirely Stefanski's doing, suggesting there could be external pressure from higher-ups in the Browns organization influencing these decisions. If Sharpe's right, this isn't just a coaching choice, it's a political move. And in the process, the Browns might be sidelining the one player who could change their entire season.
Is what you're telling me what he can't do. Like my coach just said in college, but hey, find something that he can do. See, you keep telling me what Shedeur can't do. Well, your job as a coach is to put players in position and find something that they can do.
And Shannon Sharpe is absolutely spot on. During his press conference, Kevin Stefanski zeroed in on what he believes needs improvement, completely sidestepping any acknowledgement of Shedeur Sanders' strengths or the potential he's already demonstrated. It was a masterclass in selective criticism, highlighting every perceived flaw while leaving out the very things that have Browns fans excited: the leadership, the composure, the ability to deliver under pressure. None of it even got a mention. So let's roll the tape and hear exactly what Stefanski had to say, because when you listen closely, the bias becomes impossible to ignore.
But I thought the guys did a really nice job of Shedeur and operating, the guys making plays. So, again, a ton to teach off of.
No praise, no respect, just a throwaway "he's good" from Stefanski, immediately undercut by the usual "but he's got a lot to work on." Like, really, coach? How can you refuse to give a rookie a single first-team rep, then turn around and gloss over what was arguably an explosive debut performance? That's when Emmanuel Ocho jumped in, and he didn't mince words. How can Stefanski even claim Shedeur can't do this? Ocho asked. The whole world's already seen what he's capable of. And Ocho's right. This isn't the first time Shedeur has been underestimated. He's been silencing doubters since his days at Jacksonville State, proving over and over again that he thrives under pressure and rises to every challenge. Ocho reminded everyone that Shedeur's recent NFL showing wasn't against starters. He was out there with third and fourth string players, no chemistry with the first team offense, no top tier protection, and still, he stood out. His point was crystal clear. If Shedeur can shine under those conditions, just imagine what he could do with real support, better resources, and the trust of his coaching staff. At that point, there wasn't much more to say. The facts spoke for themselves.
Say no more. Again, say no more. So you're not doing him justice in practice, but still showed up in the game and looked the part and looked like that. What does that say?
What does that tell you? The backlash against Stefanski isn't just noise, it's completely justified. More and more voices are saying this has nothing to do with Shedeur's performance and everything to do with the fact that he was never Stefanski's guy, and not even Barry's pick either. That makes this look less like a coaching decision and more like a personal agenda, and it's lit a firestorm across the NFL community. Fans and analysts are asking the same question: how do you keep a quarterback on the sidelines who's already proven himself, not with first-team weapons, not even with second-team weapons, but with third and fourth stringers, and still made it work? Stefanski's treatment of Shedeur feels bigger than football. It reeks of bias, maybe even pressure from inside the organization. And when you put Shedeur's steady climb side by side with Dillon Gabriel's downward spiral, the contrast is almost embarrassing. Shannon Sharpe sees it, Ocho sees it, the fans see it. Shedeur has the talent, the poise, and the leadership to take this team forward. And the longer Stefanski refuses to acknowledge that, the more it looks like he's not making decisions for the good of the Browns. The preseason is right around the corner. This is the crossroads. Either the Browns unleash Shedeur Sanders, or they risk throwing away the future of this franchise.